Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristin Macari, and I'm here with your host,
Jeanine Corcoran, broker for the Corcoran Connection, a real estate company.
And so it's that time of the month again. It's February 2022. Let's talk about what happened in real estate in St. Cloud in January of 2022.
Yeah, so for the month of January, for single family homes, we had 138 homes that sold. And so I did break it down by zip code. If you're in 34769, you had 32. 34771 had the most, 63. 72 had 32, and 73 had 11.
Wow.
But the lowest one that sold was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, only a little over 1,000 square feet, that sold at 139.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, so 132 price per square foot. And the highest one that sold was that one out on Fanny Bass Road. And that was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and 2636 square feet, sold for $849.9.
That's crazy. That had a little bit of acreage with it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It had two acres. But that's at like
Sorry.
322. It's like $322 a square foot.
That's nuts. And I do remember I saw a local realtor posted the photos of it. That was a really nice house. It was really nice. It was really nice.
I love the refrigerator in that house.
Oh my gosh, it was huge. I was like, what do you have, a football team living there? Like,
I know.
It's perfect. Yeah, it was definitely a custom, gorgeous home. So I get why that did. So how many did you say we had sold in January?
138.
So in January of 2021, so that was a full year ago, we had 139 sold.
That's so strange.
It just feels different. It just feels like a completely different market. Like I don't know. It's crazy to me that like
it's similar.
Yeah, that it's so similar. I'm going to pull up 2020 really quick because I'm curious. There was only 102 sold in 2020, so I guess we had more sales in 2021.
Interesting.
But it feels different because I think there's just such a pent up demand for houses that like, you know, there's so many. I don't think we're used to having that many buyers out there. The buyers outweighing the number of homes available.
And it's a challenging market for the buyers. It definitely is. If you're a buyer out there, we feel your pain, you know, and there are different strategies to, you know, help with that. Whether it's winning a bid, you know, chances are you're in multiple offer situation, but you know, it's challenging for you, and it's something new for all. And I've been in the real estate business since 2005. You know, so this has been new for me too, you know, learning everything and keeping up with the experts and what they, you know, everything they suggest they do. But I mean, I had a VA buyer that we're getting ready to close, and they had multiple offers, and they won the bid, right? You know, and
their VA,
you know,
that's pretty cool.
But also, no buyers, like in this market, you can't ask for closing costs, like. I'm just saying.
Right.
Then you have to go to a new build, and that's a whole nother podcast.
Right. That is a whole nother podcast. I mean,
this market, you cannot ask for closing costs, and there's no such thing as adding in this market.
Right.
Adding it to the price.
Right.
You know, let's offer more to give it back. No, because they're getting offer more without giving anything back.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and then the whole appraisal gap thing going on too. I mean, there's just so many moving parts for a buyer to, you know, reel in that house. You know, it's hard. I tell you, real troopers. You know, you stick in there. And how long were you looking for a house?
I've been looking for. Well, I feel like I've been looking for a house for like 15 years. It's been like a year and a half seriously looking, and we finally gave in because I just was so desperate. I gave in, and I don't say this that sounds terrible. I'm actually really excited, but we gave in and we ended up buying a new construction home. Thankfully, it was already under construction, so we did really luck out that. We were able to buy an inventory home that was kind of halfway there.
For a deal that fell through.
Correct.
So mind you, that's another thing. So, you know, did Jones, like, was that email that came out and just said you have a buyer? How did that happen?
No, yeah. So I actually reached out to Jones Homes, and, you know, we were really getting kind of desperate. Like, we were 6 months out from our lease being up. We couldn't, you know, we have our pulse on the market here, and it just didn't feel like it was going to change anytime soon. So I reached out to the sales associate, Donnie, over there, and he's like, hey, I have 2 houses available. And I was like, one was 3-bedroom and 1,500 square feet, which is not going to work for me, where I have 2 teenage daughters and we work from home for a video production company. So it's like, I need more space. So we ended up with a 6-bedroom house. Absolutely gorgeous. Super excited for it to be completed. Crazy price I never thought I'd pay, but again, a little bit of desperation there, I think. And
it's a beautiful house and a beautiful community.
Beautiful house, beautiful neighborhood. I'm really excited.
And Jones is a good builder.
It has been a challenge. And I thought that I was in a great position in the price range I was in with the amount of funds to put down. I mean, I just really thought that it would be a no-brainer. I would be able to find something, and it's just been a challenge. So I feel your pain personally.
Oh, absolutely.
To be in that same spot. So, hang in there. It'll come. You'll find something.
What about your sister? Thank goodness she got in when she did.
Right? That's so crazy.
That was April. That was the end of April, and even then it was
going crazy. But she just right place, right time.
Yeah, it really was right neighbor. Some of that new me. I was getting ready to list his house anyway, and then he met Kristin's sister, my daughter, and then he got a call the next day, and he said to me, Jeanine, I want to sell your daughter the house, and this is how much money I need. He said, you make it happen. I don't care how it happens, and she could have it.
Right.
And so I did. I think it cost me money.
That's okay. It was for your daughter. We all know she's your favorite anyway.
Oh, stop. That's just wrong. That's not true.
Middle child syndrome here.
Yeah. We need an arrow over our head. Middle child syndrome, Q. We got to do a little...
Yeah.
Does anyone else do that? Because in my family, we used to do that too.
Oh,
yeah,
100%. Like
I'm so 10.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm definitely the middle child. I feel it a lot, but no, I'm super excited. I mean, great for her to be able to get in when she did. And it's crazy to see this. Statistically, we're about the same as January 2021, but it just feels different. So, yes. I mean, if anybody's been in the market, you're looking for homes, let us know. Like, what are you seeing out there? How do you feel about the market? And here's a great thing too. So, we've been really polished up on like CMAs. Here's the thing. If you look at anything online, Zillow or whatever those automated things are for your house value, they're not accurate. End of story. They're computerized and not accurate. You actually have to compare apples to apples and all that kind of thing. And that's where we had talked about. Did we talk about that last podcast? Maybe. We talked about having the appraiser, come to one of our podcasts because it's just wonderful education, and we want to invite Robert Bass, to come on, but it's pretty amazing, but we do CMAs, anyone looking, hey, I really would like to truthfully know what my house is worth, just give us a ring, and we'd be happy to do that. And we do it all the time. Absolutely. And if you have any other questions about the greater St. Cloud area, what houses are selling for, if you need some help with trying to buy a house and, you're striking out, give us a call. We'll definitely give you some free advice. And, I did pull land. Oh, yeah. I did some vacant land. Vacant land. It's always good to know vacant land. It is good to know all over the board, depending on where you are. But 17 parcels sold. The lowest one at $6,000, 1.52 acres. Of course, it's not buildable. Where do you think that is? I was going to say that's out in suburban. Yeah. Suburban Estates, Hollowpole Groves. Right. And then the highest one that sold, this one was off of Jack Brack. It was 2.35 acres, zoned LDR, sold at $410. So that's. So how many acres? 2.35. So you're like over 200. LDR is low density residential. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see how many parcels they can break that into. How many houses they can put on that. That's a good question. But that's pretty. I mean, that's not terrible. 410. No. That's we have crazy. We have a lakefront property for sale, and it's right on the lake. It's a beautiful property. It's been up for a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think. If you have the opportunity to build something, getting land, I mean, that's the one thing you can't make more of, right? Like, you can make more houses. You can't make more land. And I had an investor, right before COVID happened, say that to me. Like, there's always been an investor who bought, like, duplexes and things like that. And then she said to me, I really think the money is going to be in the land now because there's less and less of it. Right. That's my next thing. I'm getting in the house. My next thing will be trying to scoop up land wherever I can, because I just really think with, not just because of the current market, but just in general, like the more homes, you can't make more land.
You can't make more land.
Literally.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
and this part of the county is just booming.
right. So land is a great investment. If you have some cash lying around, you want to pick up some land.
Absolutely. Whether you're in Florida or out of Florida, give us a call.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good. So that was an interesting market update for January of 2022. So I'm curious to see what February brings. What do you think? I mean,
I feel like March is going to be.
Are we going to have some more supply?
We'll have some more supply in February. But personally, I'm seeing already, because I'm listing houses already that have a March 1st start date.
Right.
I have 2 or 3 of them already. That I went on the listing appointment. They're just waiting till March. So
right. And so how many actives did we say we had in St. Cloud currently?
On the vacant land?
Oh, no, just in general.
I only have sold. Did I pull the active?
Yeah, I gave you the active.
Oh, 105. Sorry. 105
so there's 105 actives currently.
105 active.
Yep. Okay. So we'll see how that pans out for.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting, and I know this is off a side note, but just last week we were pulling actives in Lake Nona, and there was less than 20.
Right.
And there's only 2 zip codes out there, but there's a lot of building. That's
crazy.
My mind.
That's less than 20 listings in all of Lake Nona. That's a lot of houses. It's a lot of people. No houses for sale. That's nuts. So crazy market. Curious to see what happens. We'll see what February brings in terms of sold numbers and available inventory, and hopefully we'll see some more inventory on.
Yeah, and buyers hang in there.
Hang in there.
If you're working with your realtor, I'm sure they're working hard at
trying to get you
something, but it'll happen sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks so much for joining us for this week's episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. Check us out on all the different podcast platforms that you listen to. We're also available on YouTube. Go ahead and rate, review, subscribe, all that jazz. Let us know you're listening. Please, all 3 of you, if you could let us know you're listening.
It's a joke. It's an inside joke. We've been getting more subscribers and more subscribers. So it's a joke because my sister Barbara, when she started her podcast, said I commented and I said, I didn't listen to the podcast. It came on social media. I guess she posted it.
Right.
And I said, I watched your podcast. It was great. And it was with Ryan Sarant. And she says, she goes, you're listening? Sometimes I feel like just like nobody's listening. And I was like, huh? Like I just was surprised she said that. But that's kind of how she feels. It's probably because there's no interaction.
Right. There's a little less. You see less of it with the podcast. So thank you out there for listening. If you are listening.
David and Nick, thank you.
Yes.
Those are my foodie people.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I'm so excited that you guys found us and that, you're listening, and we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. So check us out next time. Thanks for joining. Bye.